Hi traders, this is Thiago and welcome to Bull or Bear Futures channel. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel and leave your like in the end of the video. Today I'm going to talk about stop loss. How you define yours? I usually establish a 2-point stop. Sometimes using a fixed number of points as a stop is not the best way to do it because the stop is usually in a defined point or region. So using a defined number depends on how sharp is your entry, because if you get late, that amount of points will not be enough to keep your stop in the right place. So many times, if you use a fixed stop, many times it's needed to adjust it. In the following examples, I will show you some where the stop, the 2 points were enough, the stop got in the right place, the 2 points were enough, and another example where I needed to adjust it. And there are a lot of other examples I will put in another video where I didn't adjust and got stopped. So hope you enjoy.
In this first example, we were in the end of a range. If you see here in the volumetric bars as well, from 60 to 63, there was absorptions from sellers. Sellers were providing liquidity. This is right the region I like trading in a counter trend. We see here, you see here the steep finish in the range, and exhaustion over there in 63.5. So here I could enter in a region I consider safe with a no more than 2 points stop, and could put my exit down here in the beginning of the range, because in the same rationale I used there up there, it would be hard to pass, to overcome these limits of ranges. So the 58.25 would be in theory good for me. I was seeing selling aggressive orders there, so it was possible to keep it, and it was happened, it closed. Here in this other example, we have the same situation, the end of the range, and softness. It was buyers were buying, but with few contracts. It was not with that. It was not seeming that a breakout could take place. We have a steep end also here, so it's another case where 2 points would be enough, because it could be hard to pass through over up there. And here I've kept 5 points, and I was following up with the volumetric bars to see whether selling pressure would remain, but I preferred, since we were right in the point of control, I preferred to close. This third example is a terrible one. It's not an example of trade, but just in terms of stop. I've seen sellers absorption here and sellers aggressive orders. I decided to sell here, but you've seen that 2 point was not enough, because prices could move upwards in the range, within the range. So I've understood that it would be safer to put the stop over there. The rationale for the stop was right, but the entry was terrible, since my potential target was not far enough. The risk return ratio was terrible. But again, it just for an example where I had to adjust my stop, and I prefer to quit, to stop, to close before, to avoid losses. Okay, hope you have enjoyed. Leave your like in the end.